Hey, what's up, family? Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. I want you to ask yourself this question: who am I leading in my life? The Bible gives us so many examples of just incredible leaders, and who've done phenomenal things. And I want you to know that God is putting you in position to lead. He is putting you in position to create impact, not only in the lives of the people that you work with, but your family, your children, your community, yourself. You are a leader. So I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe, and I want to share with you some things that he mentioned about leadership. So he says, the greatest act of leadership is what happens in your absence. The greatest act of leadership is what happens when you are not there. He said that if everything that you do stops with you, then you have failed. God blesses people that he can trust. He blesses us so that the blessings can move through us, not stop with us. It's not just about us. So I love thinking about leadership in this aspect of it should not stop just because you're not there and you're not present. He said true leadership is measured by what happens when you are gone. And so he talked about Jesus Christ. He talked about when Jesus goes to Peter and talks to Peter and says, it is important that I leave, or maybe it was John the Baptist. Either way, it's important that I leave, that I go away. He understood that he must do that. This is why leaders invest in people. They invest in people, Dr. Miles Monroe says, because he understands success. Success must have a successor. There must be somebody else that can step into that role. So Jesus Christ died for us, for all of us, so that we can bring the light into the world, so that we can share the goodness of who he is. Success without a successor is failure. So when you are leading other people, it is really important that you're mentoring them. We saw how Jesus mentored people all throughout the Bible. That's what he came to do, is to invest in people. So Dr. Miles Monroe says, our legacy is not in programs or projects. Our legacy is in people. Think about that. Do you ever wonder, what are you really leaving behind? What will people really remember you as? What's that footprint? What's that impact? Miles Monroe says the greatest act of a leader is mentoring and preparing others. True leaders make themselves unnecessary. Whew. Write that down. True leaders make themselves unnecessary. So true leaders understand that you don't want people to need you to be great. You don't want people to need you to be successful. You don't want people to need you to create impact. You want them to be able to do that without you. That's true leadership. That's true mentoring. The goal is, I don't want to have to be needed by anyone. Right? So true leaders make themselves unnecessary. Leaders understand that their absence is your greatness. And I'm automatically thinking about John the Baptist on this one. Is he knew that this is my time. I've fulfilled what I needed to fulfill. I've ran my course. And it's important for me to now go away. So, true leaders understand that their absence is your greatness. Growth should happen without the leader. Are you continuing to grow? Like, God is our shepherd. He is our leader. He is our banner. He's all of those things. And he's with us all the time. We should be continuing to grow in our journey. God has given us everything that we need. I mean, he's going to continue to supply our needs, but he's given us the tools that we need to be who we are called to be. So it's important that we continue to grow. It's important that we continue to lead ourselves, that we discipline ourselves, that we study and show ourselves approved. That's our responsibility to do that. So what happens in your absence is your legacy. That's what happens. That's all. Well, that's 80% Dr. Miles Monroe and a little bit of some things that I threw in there. But I really hope that information, that blesses you, blesses your spirit. And I hope that this orders your steps and helps you become more intentional in the things that you do with the people that you love. How are you pouring into them? What are you nurturing them with? What really matters? This physical body, these physical things, they're fleeting. They will come and they will go. That is not your legacy. Your legacy is not your house. It's not your car. It's not how much money you have in the bank. That's not the legacy. All right? It's not. What happens when you are gone, that's the legacy. What is it that you leave behind that is not tangible, that is spiritual? That is the legacy. God bless.